So, 7 Deadly Sins latest chapter just came out and whoa. So this is going to be a quick video on the latest chapter of 7 Deadly Sins and a really short video. So basically, Meliodas is saving Zeldris from their cruel father and the Demon King has taken over Zeldris, making him his vessel. So from what I have deduced is that the Demon King never had the intention of giving his throne to anybody in the first place. Let's recap a little. The Demon King had intentions of giving Meliodas the position, but that was 3000 freaking years ago, and he changed his mind when Meliodas wanted to bone Elizabeth so hard that he said, "I'm outta here, man, bye." So obviously the next choice after Meliodas is Zeldris, right? He was loyal to the Demon King for almost his entire life, and I still don't know why Demon King chose to take over Meliodas' body in his first attempt. Now the most obvious answer to this is because Meliodas had absorbed the commandments. That's why the Demon King had to choose his body. And this raises another question, like, is this the power you can get when you are the Demon King? You can freely travel and take over anybody's body who has absorbed the commandments. It has been mentioned again and again that the only two people who are capable of absorbing the commandments are the Demon King's two sons, Meliodas and Zeldris. So that narrows down the Demon King's choices to just two. The recent situation in the manga is kind of confusing. There are two Demon Kings, but technically there is only one. And there can't be two Demon Kings at the same time, and it has been for the last many chapters, like Meliodas. "Good work, 7 Deadly Sins, we finally defeated the Demon King." Demon King. Meliodas. "Yes, this time we have definitely defeated the Demon King for good." Demon King. "Did you though?" As we have read that the 7 Deadly Sins universe revolves around balance, which means that if there is one huge amount of power in this world, there has to be another power of that magnitude to balance that. And if that doesn't happen, then nature is just gonna freak the fuck out. So, when the war ended, when Meliodas and the Sins defeated the Demon King, Meliodas did become the Demon King for that brief amount of time. So there was no counter to his power, and hence he had to dip from this world to the demon realm. So if Zeldris was still alive and the commandments were also there in this world, then the earthquakes which prompted that Meliodas can't stay in this world due to power imbalance shouldn't have happened. And he also wiped the curse as soon as he became the Demon King. And this is where the problem arises. You see, Meliodas actually defeated the Demon King, so he has to be the lineal Demon King. And if he was that, even for a short period of time, then how did the old Demon King just come to power without defeating Meliodas and restore the curse? The fact that he restored the curse makes him automatically the Demon King, so it can't be debated that the position of the Demon King is empty. And Meliodas never even got the abilities of the Demon King, like the ruler ability. I don't know if you get that or that is just specific to him, but maybe you do. All this is happening because we don't know the criteria for becoming the Demon King, and also the origins of the Demon King. All that hasn't been introduced yet, and when it will be introduced, it will clear all the confusion, because defeating the Demon King clearly doesn't make you the Demon King. Maybe the Demon King has to give it up by free will, or maybe both. And after thinking about this a little bit, I think I found out the answer to this question. So from observation, the trend which has been followed is that whenever someone goes into the little cocoon to absorb the commandments, gets their body invaded by the Demon King. And this makes sense because the 10 commandments are actually the power of the Demon King. He made them by splitting his power. That means, in order to truly defeat the Demon King, the Sins will have to destroy the commandments, because all the other traces of the Demon King's power have been destroyed. Or not been destroyed. Because after respawning into Zeldris, he has just been getting stronger and stronger every second. Like, look at this dude, looks like Zeldris hit puberty, man. And I think his power has to be more than Meliodas when it is fully recovered. Meliodas is strong, surely, but the Demon King right now has too many things going for him. A. He is in Zeldris' body, who was really strong himself, and as the Demon King mentioned that Zeldris was not as inferior to Meliodas as we thought he was. and B, he has all the commandments in him. So I think it's safe to assume that this time if the Demon King gets his full power back in Zeldris' body, that will be the real fight.
Yeah, boy.
Because let's face it, all this time everyone was defeating parts of his power. But anyway, as we know, Meliodas doesn't want to defeat him and he wants to save Zeldris before the king takes over his body fully. Which means, if Meliodas is successful, then we again won't get to see the Demon King at full power. Because once Demon King gets to his full power, then Zeldris is basically gone. And I think the former is going to happen, because the amount of help Meliodas has is crazy. Like damn, Elizabeth, Ban, and now even Escanor? Bruh. But do you know who Meliodas and Elizabeth have to fight to take Zeldris back from the inside? No, not the Demon King, it's Gelda. Yes, Gelda is here acting like she is all ready to take on Meliodas. Like bruh, she has a power level of freaking 4000. And do you have any idea how much power Meliodas has? Yeah, it's 600 freaking thousand, bitch. He's going to shit on you. But anyway, coming back to the Demon King and the commandments. There was no clear mention how the commandments escaped when Meliodas and the Saints defeated the Demon King. I think something is going to pop up later explaining that. But they just somehow got to Cusack, and honestly there is no way Meliodas was so dumb that he did not knew that his father can actually consider Zeldris as an option. Like even when we consider that okay, he thought that Zeldris was on his side, so he would never take the commandments, but he still should have thought about wiping all the commandments. Like there is no reason why he didn't do that. But all that said and done, let's see how it actually unfolds, because I think it's quite predictable that the Sins are going to win. What can happen is that maybe Zeldris will die. Or not die. And maybe Nakaba Sensei just won't let Escanor die. He would just pop up some good ability or use the one to its extreme power. We don't know. And as always, thanks for watching.